Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. When I was trying to think of video ideas, I went back to a question sticker I posted eons ago on Instagram where I asked about video topics, and I decided to talk about 5 things that I wish I could tell my younger beginner artist self. A lot of this is stuff you've probably heard before, but I thought I'd share it anyway. The first tip would be to study from life. This is something I've refused to do for years, and once I started doing it, I could see significant improvement in my work. While you can still draw from photographs, drawing from direct observation would help you better understand forms. Because when you draw from an image, it's a 2D version of a 3D object. So you're transforming a 2D reference to a 2D drawing. But when you're drawing from life, you're translating a 3D form to a 2D drawing. So it basically forces you to think in terms of solid figures with volume and depth instead of boring flat shapes. My second tip would be to focus on values. I think we fail to realize how little importance hue and saturation hold compared to values. Having a wide range of values from dark to light ensures a more cohesive piece. Another thing to be sure of is to not put two similar values next to each other, as it could confuse the viewer and make your piece much less readable. What I like to do to check my values is to add a black layer on top of all my layers and set the blending mode to color. This would turn your piece into grayscale, and you could toggle it on and off to make sure your values look good. The next tip is to not limit yourself. Don't restrict yourself to one medium, one style, or one technique. The comfort zone feels good, I know, and even I rarely want to leave it. But if we never do, we'd never find what else we enjoy. It's also very important to experiment so that you keep on learning and keep on improving, and there is no stagnation in your journey. Obviously, this does not mean you can't make art that you enjoy. I just feel that it would be too limiting for me to just draw selfies all the time. Say I love painting nature, even if I don't do it very often. And had I not forced myself to paint a landscape years ago, I would never have known how much I enjoy it. The fourth tip would be to draw what you want to draw. Irrespective of what someone wants you to draw or thinks you should draw, you should focus on drawing whatever you enjoy drawing. I think this kind of counters my previous tip, but this one is about listening to yourself, the one who's making the art. Not only does this fulfill the purpose of art for us, but this also encourages you to draw more often. And when you draw more often, you practice more often, and so there is quicker improvement. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks of your work, just as long as you enjoy making it. The last thing I'd like to tell my past self is to stop expecting you'd master something on day one. This applies to all things in life, but in this context, I mean it for the techniques, mediums, or knowledge. You can't expect yourself to draw the way someone with years of practice does 4 hours into drawing it for the first time. Getting to wherever it is you want to be takes time and patience and practice, and you definitely won't get there in a single day or in a single try. I did this when I got my jelly gouache. I hated the first couple paintings I made with it and never picked it up again. I'll try to change that and give them another try when I get the time and really try my best. Before we end, I'd like to quickly talk about the illustration I'm working on here. This is from when I hadn't drawn for weeks and I wasn't even into the drawing. It felt really forced, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out either way. Recently, I've been very inspired by Y2K fashion and incorporating a lot of green into my work, which you'll see a bit more of in the next couple videos. If that's something you'd like to see, consider subscribing. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.